Happy Friday! This is a Monster Mean Bean, which is my favorite delicious sort of iced coffee type drink. Okay. So hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Whole lot of pregnancy announcements lately. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not going to be able to remember them all. Hopeful mamas to be. Expand a family. I feel like there's another one. I will do this again. So, I've been gone for a while. That does not mean I have not been recording. I've been recording. And it's been screwed up. And it won't upload. Like, every time I do that, I'm doing these really long, heartfelt videos with really personal subject matter. And then I go to edit it or upload it, and like 4 minutes into a 20-minute video, the frame just freezes and it's not recording anything. The timer keeps going, but there's no audio or video recording. So, awesome. So what I'm about to tell you is like the third time I'm telling you personal, sensitive subject. So I hope I don't seem like stoic about it. It's just, I've talked about it now so many times. Okay, so the reason I was gone for a short period of time was I went through a really rough patch. And that's because I was like at a high point where everything seemed to be going right. And then those things either fell through or didn't happen or whatever. So the first was a bonus check that I received that I was not expecting. And, I made a video all about how I'm going to put this check into a savings fund for IVF. And what really happened is we used it. We didn't use it frivolously. It's just we were the kind of people who, like, we paid our mortgage on day 10 of the month when it was really due on the 1st. So we were always within the grace period, but never really able to pay like before the deadline or on time. So now we are to the point that we can pay our mortgage on time. So that's good. And I suppose really the positive way to look at it is any little steps you can take to making yourselves more financially stable will actually help you pay for IVF. Think about it. So, but that was disappointing. And then secondly, so I told my employer, my boss, not my client, I told my boss about my plans to go through IVF treatment and how that impacted my job, in that I don't want to be going through treatment, pregnant, or breastfeeding and doing these underground inspections because of what I've learned about the possible, chemical exposure that I have. So, okay, in order for that to take place, my employer really needed to get the wheels rolling on replacing me. And not necessarily replacing all of my duties, but maybe just that one aspect, because that's one day out of my week. And what came to fruition is that I can't have any help. We don't have the budget to be bringing in other personnel. So what that means is I have to continue doing inspections at least for the rest of the year. You know, starting in 2015 is a different story. Now I have a lot to think about with that, because I don't necessarily want to put my life on hold. I don't necessarily want to tell my husband, hey, because of, you know, if because of 20% of my job, 1 day a week, we can't try to have kids yet. What? It's bullcrap. And that's the thing that makes me a little, I don't want to say bitter, because I'm really not bitter, but it's one thing that irks me about trying to conceive the way we have to, you know, using doctor assistants. Any other normal couple, no matter what their job entailed, could just go, surprise, we're pregnant, yay! And then, you know, then their employer by law has to accommodate them. So, anyway, I don't want to get off track too much. So, the focus of this video is supposed to be why I was in a depressed point of time. So, alright, so those things fall through. It was way more devastating to me than I realized it would be to find out that I might have to put things off until next year. And I haven't put off any doctor's appointments. I still have my well woman exam next week, which, for those of you who don't normally hear that term, it's simply my annual like pelvic exam and breast exam. So when I get that out of the way, my records will be caught up, and then we can like send all of our medical records to our RE, and the appointment with our RE is on September 5th. And that's quickly approaching, right? Yeah. So that's really exciting. I cannot wait for that first appointment. I don't want this video to be too long, but there's one subject that I have to talk about. And that is, how did I know that I was really, really having a hard time? It's not always obvious to you when you're really going through a difficult patch, because a lot of us say that we can just willpower our way through anything, and oh, it's not that bad, other people have it worse than I do, blah blah blah. We talk ourselves into thinking that we're really okay when sometimes we're really just not. And for me, that has happened twice in my life. Once was when my husband and I got married. We decided to buy a house and then 3 weeks later get married. So for several months, there was a lot of prep going on for closing the deal on the house without a realtor. Stupid. That was stupid. And I don't use that word frivolously. I hate that word, but that was stupid. And then planning a wedding, of course, which we were able to fund that with the help of a family member. But even the way that came about was just really rough. You know, my husband lost one of his family members like right before our wedding. So it was a blessing to us to be able to have that financial assistance, but we would rather have that family member in our lives than that financial assistance. Anyway, not to make myself cry. Okay, so at that time, I told myself I could handle it and that it was not a big deal. And when you tell your mind that it's overreacting and that you're really fine, I think a lot of times your body will tell the truth for you. And for me, the way that manifests is I broke out in hives. And it was luckily all over my abdomen on the front side. So in my profile pictures for both my super secret Facebook page and my YouTube channel, I'm in my wedding dress, totally broken out in hives. You just can't see it. But the other thing is, when I'm really stressed out, you've heard that phrase, pulling your hair out. Well, I don't pull my hair out, but I do scratch my scalp. So I will run my fingers through my hair, sort of in a, very typical stressed out fashion. But if I feel anything that is not perfectly smooth, I have to get rid of it because I want to make everything perfect. It's got to be perfect. So I scratch it. But the thing is that I don't realize I'm doing it. It's a subconscious act as a result of being so overwhelmed. And then I'm never satisfied because it's not a conscious process. The next time I feel the same spot, which, inevitably is irritated, I scratch it again. And so around the time we got married, I actually created scar tissue on the back of my head that has never gone away because of repeatedly scratching the same spot. When I went to get my hair done for my wedding, I had color put in, and it just lit my head on fire. And it was like having the color done brought to light what I had been doing to myself. And so I've been pretty good about assessing myself and saying, okay, this is too much for you. You need to go get help, like go talk to your counselor, or you need to tell your friends, or tell your super secret Facebook page friends, or make a video. And I guess I just didn't think that I would take it so badly that my plans might be put off. So I have recognized that recently I started doing that again, scratching my scalp. So I tried to get in with my counselor, and it takes like a month to see her. So forget that. I don't have time for that. So a couple weeks ago, I guess, I posted on my super secret Facebook page that I needed help, that I needed words of encouragement because I wasn't doing well. And that's why I can say with confidence that my YouTube channel and my Facebook page are a real support group, because within no time at all, I had several very long, very heartfelt messages written to me, and that was it. I just decided I can't be like this. I can't do this. I can't stay in this depressed state. I have to snap out of this, and there's no reason that I shouldn't. I don't deserve to have this pity party right now. I have these wonderful women in my life, thank God for you, and I have a wonderful husband and family, and I have a career, so quit your bitching, basically. And when, in the past, when I have come out of a period like that of depression, usually my hair is shorter. So, rather than like cut my hair as a sign of being in the state of depression, I cut it when I come out. It's sort of like a metamorphosis. Like I'm coming out of something and I want to start over brand new and fresh. And so symbolically, and emotionally, it makes sense to me to cut all that out, cut all that old bullshit away, get rid of it, start over, and it puts a little pep in my step, and I feel like a new person. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has written me kind messages lately. I really appreciate it, and you will hear from me more frequently than you have, because I think I have figured out some of my technical issues. I love this community. I love you guys. Congratulations to all of you who have achieved BFPs lately. Please keep posting. I love to watch that stuff. I could use all my short hair, and we're just going to absorb all of that positive baby energy. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.